right, y'all. So our next guest is a dynamic event and concert producer with over 12 years of extensive experience in curating high-powered events in the city of Nashville. We have Delisha Davis, a.k.a. 2Elles. What's going
Hey,
on?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. You know, we outside at the Nashville Black Market. It's a little hot, but it's beautiful being around all these people.
It is. It's a big blessing to see all these people in the same space.
For sure. I mean, talking about the same space, it's amazing to be here with you. I always see you kind of like, you know, when I come to your events, you working or, you know, on the stage, you know, maybe doing shot o'clock or something like that. So it's dope to just kind of see you more reserved, chilling. Yeah. And we want to get to know a little bit more about you.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So I guess my first question is, do you remember your first event that you threw?
Oh, I do. You mean like as my very first, no matter what age, or as an adult?
No matter what age, first event.
Oh, man, my Sweet 16 birthday. Like, that's when I kind of got into wanting to do parties and things. But, you know, I just had a Sweet 16 birthday. We rented out the YMCA, had, like, photo booth, food.
Yeah.
We didn't have drinks, of course. I'm turning 16. But it was a sold-out event, you know. So it was like, it just felt good to have something like that to kind of push me into being where I am today. If I could look back on that youth me, you know, I'd be proud of myself.
Did you keep it going after that? Like directly after 16, or you kind of just...
No, I actually got back to life. Like, you know, I played sports and all of that, so it wasn't anything that, like, I jumped right back into. It wasn't until I was in college, until I started doing stuff
What
again.
college you went to?
Alabama A&M,
okay,
go Bulldogs.
Hey, okay, shout out to you. All right, so you built a reputation for throwing some of the hottest parties in the city. Would you let us in on the secret sauce when it comes to just creating unforgettable experiences?
I think just thinking about the experience that the patrons are getting. You know, I like to go to events. I like to go to things that are thoughtful. So I feel like I approach that from that same thought pattern of, if I was coming into this space, what would I want to feel? What would I want to leave thinking? So it's very catered around the people who are coming into the space. I want it to be somewhere safe, fun, and you leave like just feeling totally different than you got there.
It's been that for sure. I think you've been successful at that. So let's talk about this new vibe you got going on. It's called Kinesixx. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
All right. So what inspired the name? How does this new venture elevate what you already been doing?
Yeah, so Kinesixx kind of came to the thought pattern of, you know, forward progression, movement. And so the name is a play off kinesiology. And it's basically looking at the art of movement through body language. So our social cues, the way we walk, the way we speak to people, the way we engage, like I want that to be kind of the blueprint of the experiences that I'm giving to people. So I feel like that's one of the things that kind of is going to separate it from just the usual parties, is that I want people to come and kind of have to engage a little bit, whether it be through the mind, the body, the social sphere. So yeah, that's kind of where it is.
That's amazing. That is a lot of thought into what you were, you know, kind of what you were just talking about, just more than just, hey, we're throwing an event, y'all come out. This is, you know, I'm thinking about this from the definition of the name, you know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. And bringing it all the way through to the event is finished. That's fire.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
So let's talk about this event you got coming up. 2 Live from the Ville. How did this 90s, 2000s bash come together? And how did you pull the legend himself, Uncle Luke, in there? Like, what?
Oh, man, let me tell you something. The nostalgia was the first thing that I was like, man, if we going to do it, we got to take it there. Like, you know, it's a lot of experiences that you can get just off of thinking of the nostalgia of the 90s culture, 2000s, and how that's kind of impacting, how it's coming full circle in today's society. So I think even with having people like the 69 Boys, like holding on to the black culture nostalgic experience is the first thing.
It almost can't be done without them.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You got to.
If you're going to do it right.
Yeah, you got to. So I think with Luke, it was like, you know, we got to take it there. So I reached out, you know, I ended up getting in contact with his management, and they were all for it. They're actually excited about it. So I think that's going to be dope.
I'm going to be there.
You got to.
I'm going to be there.
You got to.
Now, hear me out. I was born in 99.
Okay.
So I don't remember much of nothing from the 90s or the 2000s.
Yeah, really?
I don't.
Okay.
So tell me, what do you remember or what do you think my generation missed just from that era?
So not having access access to cell phones as much as you all do now.
Yeah.
I think that, I was the play outside era. Like,
Okay.
I'm scraping up my legs,
Yeah.
coming inside, sweaty.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was like just that childhood factor of being outside, playing with friends, building friendships, lifelong friendships.
Yeah.
And then also just having that raw, pure fun.
Right.
That was something that I really loved and appreciated. And I think with the music,
Yeah.
the food, the places we had,
Yeah.
the sides of the city. I'm from Nashville, so
Okay, fire.
just really looking at, what Nashville was back then and how we can bring that back to just the feeling of the event.
Okay. And how do you feel like the two live from the Ville will have that aspect?
Man, so honestly, we're looking to really captivate the aesthetics of it. So
the outfit inspiration.
yeah, so there's themes like
Yeah.
we want you to come with the 90s apparel, the 2000s apparel.
Got you.
We're gonna have some stations. That's like some activations. I can't say it all, but like
Okay.
some activations.
All right.
But just things that when you walk in, you are seeing what the 90s was. You are seeing
Okay.
what the 2000s
So
was.
I gotta come. I need.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this might be
Oh,
my
yeah.
little sneak peek into what was going on.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's shine a little bit on your shine a little light on your impact. How do you hope your events and Kinesixx as a brand just shifting the culture here in the city?
I feel like with the growth and the things that I've done over the years, there's always a sense of elevation.
Yeah.
And so just
Yeah.
thinking of where I started from with the set and Elles and like how that really captivated its own audience and
Yeah,
its own
yeah.
following of
Yeah.
supporters.
Yeah.
I want Kinesixx to be that same thing for it
Yeah.
to have, that group of people who they look forward to the events.
Yeah.
And I think in Nashville, there's so many amazing things going on.
Yeah.
And, we spread ourselves thin sometimes with depending on everybody to come to everything.
Yeah.
So I think with my events, like I really want to hone in on the people who are supposed to be there, appreciating the support,
Yeah.
the presence, and all of that, and like building it organically.
I feel like some of the promoters, and not just in Nashville, but I'm from Atlanta, so just promoters, period. Like a lot of them, they're kind of like self-centered when it comes to some of these events, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm kind of hearing from you is that it's the people that are coming is the priority. It doesn't have to be said that you're a big deal, but it's still like, hey, this is for y'all.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It's definitely the play on for us by us.
Okay.
Like it's for us. It's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for my team.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
for us as a city, as a community,
Yeah.
because those are the things that we have to hold on to that's important. They guide and shift the culture just like everything else does in the city.
That's fire. So I got a fun question for you. All
Okay.
right? So if you could throw a dream party anywhere in the world, no budget, no limits, where would it be?
I would do it here.
Where?
I would do it in Nashville.
Okay.
I think Nashville has such a culture. I've always wanted to leave and do things. I have left and done things and
Yeah.
brought things back.
Yeah.
But I feel like knowing the pulse of the city and
Yeah.
knowing the things that we really need, like
Right.
we need that big citywide festival that is bringing music lovers into the city. And
Yeah.
we're funneling it through all of the things, even like how you have vendors here, like all of these people here may or may not be from Nashville,
Right,
but to
right,
have
right.
it here,
Yeah.
you have people that travel to
Yeah.
these things, and I want
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
city to become the staple of not only country music, but black culture.
Exactly.
Because we're
It's
here.
It's here.
Absolutely.
It's
We are here.
I think it's one of the biggest misconceptions in Nashville that we not.
Yeah.
But we are. And so I really pray that God does that for you, that he puts you in a position
Thank
where
you.
it's no budget, no limit.
No
and
budget
you-
is the key.
For sure.
No budget.
For sure. No budget, no limits. Well, it was great interviewing you, and I appreciate
Thank
your time. I cannot wait to pull up to the event. The two live in the Ville.
Two live from the Ville.
Two live from
Yep.
the Ville. Okay,
Yep.
bet. We in there. And make sure y'all go get y'all tickets. Where can they buy their tickets at?
They can get their tickets at brooklynbowl.com/Nashville or just go straight to Ticketmaster.
Okay, and what's the date? Because this job, I think, Monday. So what's the date of
It will be July 26th. July 26th,
All
Saturday at Brooklyn Bowl. Come and have a good time. Like,
Yes.
it's going to be a fun time.
All right. Y'all heard it here first. We will be right back. Y'all stay tuned for the Black Label.
Can I tell you my story?